Yes, welcome to Soni Irabor Live. It's Christmas season, isn't it? All right. Many people have been asking me, how are you going to spend your Christmas? And I said to them, I do not know, because I have people who have different perspectives about how they spend Christmas. But in my own case, I used to spend Christmas when I was younger, you know, in a way of going from house to house and eating rice and all of that. But the vivaciousness, the celebration itself seems to have dwindled, I think. Maybe it's my age. But I have a special guest in the studio with me tonight, and I have other guests in other parts of Nigeria. But first, let me deal with Abiodun Koya, who is one of the rare soprano singers around the world. She's based in the US. She's coming to Nigeria to spend Christmas with us. And also, it's her birthday in 2 days, December 22, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she's also dealing with the idea of celebrating Christmas in a soprano way. We'll get to all that when we do get there. But you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
And then we also have E.A. Jonathan. And E.A. should have been with us in the studio, but she's there with us in Zoom. And when we talk about Zoom, the beauty of Zoom is that no matter where you are in the world, we will talk to you and we will reach you and we'll be able to discuss like you are with us in the studio. And we also have, E.A. is dealing from the Makudi Benue perspective angle. Then we also have Mr. Gotom Telecom. He's in Jos, Plateau State. We don't know what Christmas is like for him there, for them, people over there, but he's going to maybe share with us his past, his present, or his immediate past and his present, because when we look at the future, we're not so sure. We pray for the best. It's good to be optimistic. And we're waiting for Asaba. There's somebody, Boniface Chizea is in Asaba. He says he's going to join us. Until he joins us, I will not introduce him. But anyway, so, welcome.
Thank you so kindly.
So, tell me about, it's interesting that you can actually look at Christmas. You came back to Nigeria to celebrate Christmas.
After 6 years.
Oh, wow. Ekabo.
Thank you, sir.
Am I right?
Ekule.
Ekule. Can you still sing Yoruba? Is it a Christmas in Yoruba?
Yes.
In the soprano?
Yes,
soprano,
of course.
Soprano.
Soprano.
Okay.
Soprano is the highest female voice, followed by mezzo soprano, followed by alto, and then the men's category. The men's category.
No, we are baritoners.
No, so there's countertenor, tenor, baritone, bass.
Okay, all right, good, fine. I'm neither here nor there, so I'm not worrying about that. But when you see Christmas, the Christmas you saw 6 years ago, you still see it here today?
No, I don't. Everything has changed, actually.
What has changed?
Well, some for the positive and some for the other side of things. I can see the economy reflecting on people's way of celebrating Christmas. Okay. It's affecting them. And of course, the advent of Dirty December. It wasn't...
What Dirty December? Is that D-I-R-T-Y?
So it's D-E-T-T-Y.
Why is it D-E-T-T-Y?
I know. But I am actually innovating my own Dirty December as D-E-R-R-Y. Dirty.
Well, anyway, E.A. Jonathan, let's talk to you. So, are you feeling the death of Dirty December? All right, Mr. Kiyitwe from Jos. What is Christmas like to you right now? Past, present, and maybe future.
Good evening, Uncle Soni. Good evening, Nigerians. I would say Christmas holds a different meaning now to what we knew. Also, like you growing up as a child, who remember Christmas was full of, first of all, church services in the evening, dancing in the community. People moved from house to house. It was very gay, very loud. But right now, we're doing the Christmas with one eye out of the window and one ear at the border of the community because we don't know what is coming. We have no idea what it means to have a dirty December like the people far away in Lagos. So unfortunately for us here, Christmas is just a bit of nostalgia. Then currently, in Plateau State here, the government has been able to, within the city of Jos, give people a sense of Christmas. They have decorated the city with lights. They have held a Christmas carol in defiance to the insecurity. So I commend the government for lighting the air. But aside from the weather, which reminds us of Christmas, that it's a bit colder, right now, there's nothing to say we're celebrating Christmas in our parts. We're more scared. Even this week, there have been killings, there have been kidnappings. I think a total of more than 20 lives have been lost in this state, this week alone. Kidnappings have been going on, even on the fringes of the city, not even in the villages. So you can imagine what happens to those people in the village. So unfortunately, this is our Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, are you back with us now, Jonathan? Okay. All right. Well, let's look at Christmas from what you've heard from Jos. Kiyitwe was from Jos. You, based in the U.S., Christmas will be all and,
Daddy.
right now, here, it's not exactly like that.
It's not, unfortunately. It's the situation of the country, economically and also security-wise. I remember growing up, we used to have Christmas gifts on the Christmas presents under the Christmas tree. And I'll wake up to the sound of the wonderful orchestra, traditional Christmas tunes. And my sisters and my mom are cooking, slaughtering maybe 4 or 5 chickens. And the aroma of the stew and the jollof rice, wakes me up because, of course, I'm the baby. And there's a kind of smell in the air that's just peculiar to Christmas time. I don't get it anymore. I think it's gone with the 80s and 90s. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my nose changed. Maybe I have a red nose.
I wouldn't say your nose changed.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Okay. Well, my nose is in between red and brown and everything.
And green.
But the truth is, I will perceive that aroma and I will go for it.
Yes.
Except that these days we don't feel that.
No, we don't. I think the people are, I don't want to use the word traumatized, aside from even celebrating, but cooking and all that stuff, the festivities, people's character, the attitude, their disposition, all that joyous gestures are gone with the wind. And it's really very sad.
You, in spite of everything, you are trying to put something together even for your birthday, because that's why you are Abiodun. Abiodun
Yes.
Yoruba means being born
Around
the Christmas?
Yes.
Or festive
season.
Okay, right. So, can you give us a feel of what a song would be like? This singing any Christmas song in Yoruba?
Yes, we're singing, for example, I have a choir that will be joining me. We're singing Boho. Boho. Àwọn áńgẹ́lì tí ń kọrin ògógó, wọ́n ń kọrin ẹyẹyẹ, wọ́n ń kọrin ògógó, wọ́n ń kọrin ẹyẹyẹ. Dóò, àwọn áńgẹ́lì tí ń kọrin.
Please, can you translate that
No,
for us?
I literally was going to put that on you, the burden for you to translate it.
Okay, listen, guys. The angels have come to announce the birth of Christ. Am I right?
You're right, sir.
Oh, close. Okay. All right. So, right. Talking about Christmas.
Right.
Christmas in your side, where you're based, US, what is it like?
It's very festive, very glamorous. People are busy shopping, doing last-minute shopping, and you see some shops offering holiday sales like 50% off, 70% off. So a lot of people wait till around Christmas period to shop. And so it's unique. And of course, right before Christmas, we have the Black Friday, which is once a year. And we have all these ridiculous sales going on. But one thing I also noticed is that during Christmas, people want to be around in the US. people want to be around who they love. And there's this...
that used to be the case here, though.
I think it's still somewhat the case, but it's been found out that Christmas period is when a lot of people are depressed the most. Because if you're single, you don't have a husband or wife or children, you're all by yourself. So a lot of people go into depression.
Oh.
During the holidays, yes. Because when you go to the malls, restaurants, you see people shopping, dining with their family
And you
members.
will be wishing you were with somebody you loved.
So it's not a very good feeling at all. Even while I got a text from one of my friends, her name is Erin, and she said, Abby, I miss you. Let's go for a hike. And she thought I was still in the US. And I said, oh my dear, I'm not even in the country. She said she doesn't have anyone. She said, oh, I miss you, I'm lonely. So I said, well, it has to be in January. But imagine her reaching out to me, not even knowing that I'm all the way on the other
You didn't tell her?
I didn't tell her,
Okay.
but she needed a friend to hang out with. So.
Okay. I want to see if I can establish, here, Jonathan, you've made so much effort, best in traffic. Now you're on Zoom and we can't reach you. Can we get you now? We're not told yet. Okay. Not the one. Okay. Not yet there. Mr. Kiyitwe, Gotom, let's really get back to you. From what Abiodun Koya has said, how would you look at, from your area, the hilly mountainside of Jos, and what would you say of Christmas, in spite of the insecurity, which you already established that one ear is on the verge of listening to the corner of the community, whether the things are normal or not normal? What do you say? Under normal circumstances, what would you say?
Say is the spirit of Christmas brings a certain resilience to the people, which is very commendable. You could see that within the city is actually more busy now than it was. People are coming in, people are coming to see family that they have not seen in a while. Parties are still being organized within the city as far as I know. And the small pushback is probably for people that wanted to travel far out of Jos. Curiously, yesterday I was at one of the parks to send some items to a friend in Aba, and the cars had no passengers. It's more of the vehicles have more luggages than passengers.
Oh.
So you could see this fear of travel in Nigeria has enveloped people. Before, our brothers from the eastern part of the country, when you go to the park around this period, it is very busy with families traveling, but that's not the case this time. We are only sending luggages, and I'm sure a lot of people would rather just send their gifts, foodstuff back home to their people instead of travel. But on the overall, the resilience of the people here is good, and I'm sure we're going to have a good Christmas, given that we tend to accept or absorb things that happen, even if we know that we should not bow to the pressure of the people that are trying to detract us.
One more question for you, Mr. Kiyitwe. The truth about, Christmas or any festive season for that matter is that you actually remember, as Abiodun said, you remember your people, remember close friends, family members, and so on and so forth. As it has turned out, Nigeria is facing a new, test phase, if you like. I'm using my paraphrasing now. We're going through some moments where we are we're under some severe test, examination of sort, that we're not sure when it will end. But the resilience that you are exhibiting from your end gives me joy. But how much of that do you see around the city of Jos?
Yes, it's widespread, but it comes more with a tinge of memorial. A memorial for the past, how it was, how beautiful it was, how Christians and Muslims in Jos, we celebrated Christmas together. We shared gifts. If you go to the parks, you would find Muslim kids, Christian kids all playing. Going to the zoos, the wildlife park to look at animals, families having picnics. Now that's left to be seen in the coming days, but currently we are more like having a memorial for people we lost and then a memorial for beautiful Christmases we had. So I think we are more like trying to use the past to, hold us up in hope that the future would be better still. That's the kind of air I see.
Okay, Abiodun, how do you react to what he just said? Because Lagos seems like a far away country from Jos. What do you think?
It feels like a totally different country in Lagos. Especially, I love the lights, especially the lights, the Zenith Bank lights on Jose Odeogun.
Thanks for the advert for
the
Zenith
decoration.
Okay.
I love that, and I love that there are many shows and concerts and different activities going on, and the diasporans are coming home to Lagos, especially Lagos, to put together events and to attend events.
But what do you see of this insecurity that is denying other parts of Nigeria?
It's such a shame. It's very, very heartbreaking, and it should not be so, because we Nigerians are very, very, very good people, and we should not be denied of this, of the joy of Christmas, of coming together. Just like what he said earlier, people are not coming home; they're just shipping their gifts away to their family members far and out. It shouldn't be so at all. It's very saddening. Yes. Yes.
Now, for a performer like you,
Right.
Naturally you are in Nigeria, you are in Lagos to perform. It's your birthday, and one of the ways of marking it is this kind of performance.
Yes.
Right. What do you expect, and how would you look at Lagos going forward with this festive season?
With this festive season, I think hopefully there will be a change next year going forward. I think this December has been an eye-opener for the government, especially the federal government, not only the state government, but the federal government, to put into consideration to tighten security, across the country, because it's going to affect the economic growth of the nation. And it's not supposed to be so. And we were once positioned as the #1 happiest people on earth.
On earth.
Did you know that? I wonder where we are now, considering the
I hate to wonder too. I hate to even think of it.
I wonder where we are. I mean, we're probably number 7 or number 10, because people are grieving, people are mourning. And if you're not mourning, you're sad about not having the resources, the means to celebrate Christmas the way you would want to celebrate it. I have not been able to go to certain states and cities. Anywhere I can fly to, I don't go, unfortunately. And I have.
So that means you don't go by road. That's what you're saying?
I don't go by road.
Is it because of the insecurity?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And unfortunately, our policemen, they're collecting money from drivers and people driving by, and I've encountered some of them myself, and they would tell you straight up, give us money, and it should not be so. So
that's a serious allegation, actually.
So I have lost confidence, in our armed forces officers, because they're concerned about making money from passengers and drivers instead of focusing their attention, on the bandits.
If you're a Nigerian who is from the diaspora, you're talking like this, I will imagine what a tourist would say about such things.
Exactly.
Really. And it doesn't help us.
It does not. It never used to be like this. I miss the old Nigeria. I do. I really do.
So what's your recommendation there?
Regarding how people should spend Christmas?
How people, the security and how this can carry the people along with feeling free to enjoy themselves. I think I should phrase my thoughts very well. Feeling free to enjoy themselves.
I actually think I personally have more faith in the local vigilantes than the cops.
Cops as in police?
The police, I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Cops, the policemen. because those people, they don't play. They're no-nonsense folks. You know, I know coming out from certain estates at a particular time, they would stop you, do the thorough search, and they're not about money or just unnecessarily harassing you. So I, as a citizen, I have more faith in local vigilantes than police officers to protect us. So I think we should strengthen, empower, and arm our various local vigilantes. Let's call for men, able-bodied men, who have the love of the communities at heart, who want to protect their wives, their daughter-in-laws, their daughters, their grandbabies, their best friends, their grandparents, their elderly ones. You know, I think that's the way it should go, and the local mayors or the city council members should put some funding behind that.
Mr. Kiyitwe, sorry, I shouldn't mix up your name. What do you think about what Abiodun Koya has just said about, you know, creating a local policing of the communities, local police sort, vigilantes, she calls them? Go ahead, please.
This is one thing that people from the general central Nigeria that we call Middle Belt have advocated for so long. This is for well over 10 years. We've been trying to be allowed to have vigilantes, but unfortunately for us in this region, we have seen even bodies like the Miyetti Allah telling the Plateau State government that they would not allow us to have the local securities. So, and unfortunately too, in some situations we've seen where communities that try to resist attacks come and get ransacked by the Nigerian security forces, and people that are maybe carrying a Dane gun or bows and arrows are arrested for being armed. Meanwhile, the people that just visited them came with AK-47. So we would be very glad to have the vigilante thing approved all over Nigeria, allowed to carry firearms and to protect communities, because I know that the only deterrent in the face of what we're facing today is if you know that you are coming to a community that is protected and that outlying communities are well coordinated, so that if you are passing on, we see them passing on bikes, going to go and cause destruction, they are cut off and they are surrounded and there's no escape for them. Once these things begin to happen, then we would see a difference. Honestly, as Abiodun said, I don't think the current security architecture can contain what we're passing through. It cannot. I would give it to the women. They have been very vocal. Our mothers, before their pride during Christmas, I remember as a child, they would even be competing to say, no, I finished cooking by 3 a.m., I finished cooking by 4 a.m. You could smell the food all over the village, all over the community. But no more. Right now, how do you leave the fire burning when you know that the fire can even attract danger? So they have killed the spirit of the Christmas. So definitely, without us having local vigilantes, who are people that know everyone in the community, they know the movement of everyone, they know the face of a stranger. Those are the only people that can secure their communities. You don't bring, you can't bring someone from Jos now to come and secure Lagos. How much of Lagos does he know? Likewise, you can't bring someone from the east to come and secure my village there in Pangshin. How much of my terrain does he know? Does he know how to climb the mountains, how to protect himself before even protecting the community? No. So definitely the time has come for the vigilantism to be done. And it is my hope that the government now, especially, I will add, I thank President Tinubu for one thing, for withdrawing the security of the senators and seeing the Senate President crying that they can't go home. Well, maybe they are just testing what we have been having for 10 years, 20 years in Nigeria. Probably if they allow them to come home without any security arrangement as they used to have, then they will have a clear idea of how vulnerable, how open we have been. And I don't think President Tinubu should even allow them to have those securities restored. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very thoughtful one. But I need your thoughts on this. You coming from a clime where the law is fully respected and adhered to, How do you see what's happening in Nigeria?
It's completely heartbreaking. And according to what he said just now, that we need permission for vigilantes to really...
Really, that's a good one.
My question for him is, so how do we advocate? How do we go out and even make our voices heard clearer to the government that we do need vigilantes? Because I really, really believe they're the solution to this. Because the most reason is that they have the passion of the people around. If you deployed some police officers to an area,
who doesn't know your area,
they're not connected.
No.
They have nothing to lose. They didn't grow up in that area. But if we picked local men to be the vigilantes, right? Even if they ask the neighborhood to donate money for their upkeep, I think that would be great. I don't even think we should wait for the guns and whatever. We could use, cutlasses, whips, koboko, even brooms.
When you're looking at the superiority of the guns that he just talked about, AK-47, it's a weapon. To me, it's a weapon of mass destruction.
It is.
It's a very huge
It is
war weapon. It's not something one should even think about, talk less of giving it to any Nigerian.
Right. But I think our local vigilantes too can match up with the local guns as well, because that's what the hunters use to
defend yourself.
To defend yourself, I think it has gotten to that point right now. And I'm glad that the president withdrew the security details
from the lawmakers. Yes.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Kiyitwe, before I get back to Abiodun, because I want Abiodun to do certain things for us, and there are certain questions I really want to ask you. But before then, and before we go in for break, I think the break is very soon, in another 3 minutes or so. Mr. Kiyitwe, what Abiodun just said, why should we even seek right or permission to defend ourselves? That's a good question. What's your thought on that?
That's the question on the lips of every reasonable Nigerian and every reasonable human. Because even the UN Charter tells us that self-defense is a right. And unfortunately, we have a system that has allowed, if I recall what President Buhari said, most of the people killing us were foreigners that came in with guns from Libya and the rest. Fine, so it means the killers are foreigners. You have not protected us, you have not protected our borders, and they came in. And you have some kind of sublet our sovereignty to them, because they are still permitted to carry their guns, which are automatic rifles, but we are not even allowed to carry a pump action. So where is the permission we're being given? Like I gave the example, Plateau State government created a body called Operation Rainbow to secure communities. And Mieti Allah, who is one of our greatest sources of sorrow on the plateau, openly said that they would not allow it to work, that if the government arms Operation Rainbow, then there will be no peace in the plateau. So they are even threatening government-sanctioned vigilante or security group. So you could see that, and then like I said before, the military too will disarm communities, telling them you are not allowed to carry arms. But they have never been there to defend those communities when they are being killed with those AK-47 rifles. So you wonder where the permission is for us. So really, unfortunately as it is, let us just have the permission, because we need maybe a documented law to allow us to protect ourselves, since we have been told that we cannot defend ourselves and we cannot touch anyone, even if they come to kill us.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll take a short break now. And after that, we'll now go deeper into this whole thought about freedom, expression, and enjoyment. We'll be right back. So welcome back. Yes, this is Soni Irabor live, and we have two guests. The third, E.A. Jonathan. We have, synchronization or network problem. We couldn't get her to stay on, and so we're sorry about that. But Mr. Kiyitwe is in Jos, Plateau State, and Abiodun Koya is in Lagos, Lagos State, Nigeria. So the two of them are handling both North and South, as it were, what Christmas is like for them. Abiodun is 1 year older in 2 days, and she's marking her 20th anniversary in the process as a singer, soprano singer, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Your voice is naturally
Thank you, sir.
well done.
Thank you, sir.
But how you want one?
First and foremost, Uncle Soni, you know I've known you for 20 years.
100 years.
I won't disclose your age. Yes.
I'm 37, by the way.
Yeah, he's right. So it's my 20th anniversary celebration on stage coming up in 2 days' time, December 22nd. And it so happens that that day is also my 45th birthday.
Oh, 45 already.
Oh,
She's the first Nigerian woman that I saw gave her age.
I am proud of it because God has kept me all these
Hallelujah.
years. And I don't look my age, even though I've been through a lot.
No, you don't.
You know, I've been through fire.
I've seen fire, I've seen rain, I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. That's what people say,
That's what
right?
people say. So it's true. But, you know, above all, I look like I'm in my late 20s. At least that's what I'm told.
Good. Oh, there you are. See, except that we can't hear it, but it's okay. Yeah.
Yes, that's me singing my favorite things.
Which song?
You know, my favorite things.
Oh, that's the song.
That's the song, yes, I was
Okay.
singing there. And you promised to sing it too.
My favorite.
Da, 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 da.
I don't want to put in there. Because copyright is our problem, and so we just stay out of it. Yes.
Yes,
But in the
absolutely.
meantime.
But I'm
Right.
actually glad that we don't have copyright issues with our Yoruba
Yes,
holiday
definitely.
tunes,
Right.
you know.
So we're going to sing that again, but where is the event taking place?
It's taking place at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Victoria Island.
Oh, okay. The
Yes.
auditorium there?
Outdoor.
Outdoor.
Yes, it's taking place at the Football Wall of Fame. And the chair is Chief Segun Odegbami, the
Oh, wow.
mathematical. So
Shege.
Shege, big
I hope
Sheg.
you're watching this show now.
Big Shag.
Right.
So it's, and you're coming, you're attending.
I will come.
By God's grace, you
will
have
come.
your invitation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you've known me. We've known each other. 20 years. Can you believe that?
What is this thing about moods of a goddess?
So that's my latest
You've
creative
been writing books.
Poetry.
Oh, poetry.
Yes, sir.
Can you recite some for us here, please? Come on.
Of course.
I didn't know that.
I'm a mini Shakespeare in the making.
Okay.
You know.
I'm a living Soni Irabor in the making. My poems are coming out soon.
So this one is face to face.
Yes.
When you look at me with that fire in your eyes, my knees get weak and my stomach rumbles. Face to face with love. Hot flashes of lightning dance across my forehead. My heart longs to sing her own medley. But then my throat struggles and melts like a scientist's vapor. So the whirling symphony of your heartbeat gladly compensates. That's just
What's the title of this poem?
face to face.
Face to face.
So it's basically, when you come face to face with
Right.
someone that you love,
Right, yeah.
all the things that happen
So
to
the emotions start to play
everything.
their right.
Your throat gets dry and the heartbeat increases abnormally. So I write about love. I write about mankind. I write about God. I write
Have you
about.
written about Nigeria and Nigerians?
There's one called Potbelly. But
Thank God I don't have a pot belly. Right. Yes,
that's
let's
there.
hear
And
that
then
one.
there's one called Time, and I wrote another one about the moon.
Okay.
So it's called Oshupa. Actually, titled
Oshupa-
Oshupa.
Oshupa is moon, right?
Moon.
Okay.
And then I put it in bracket moon, because I wanted to introduce my language to the world.
Right. Was that written in Yoruba?
It's not. It's just the
English.
title that
Okay, yes, let's hear a
that's
bit of
the
it.
moon. So to give you a backstory about this, I went on a date with an astronaut.
Oh. Okay.
And he took me to the mountain ridge, the cliff, to stand and watch the full moon. And so we were in the nature, and he predicted the time that the moon would come out.
And it came out
And
exactly.
it came out exactly at that time. So, but anyway, from where we were standing, it felt as if I could just reach out and grab the moon and put it in my purse. And so that was the first time I had an encounter, an experience with the moon. It felt like I was introduced to the moon.
That's interesting.
It
An
is.
astronaut that tells the time exactly as it is.
Exactly.
And the moon comes
Out.
Ooh,
And
that's
so
picturesque.
that was when I knew that the moon was, I described the moon as shy and quiet, unlike the arrogantly confident sun. If you compare the two elements, the sun comes out boisterous and everybody notices. But the moon walks tiptoes. That's how I describe it, in the tiptoed, and is silent and shy. It's like, and it was hiding up, behind the leaf, the tree branches, and we couldn't. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. So, yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, what is the goddess? The moods.
The Moods of a Goddess. It's on
Okay.
Amazon.
All right, good.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Mr. Kiyitwe, we didn't mean to isolate you just like that. Okay, EA Jonathan is there. All right, hello EA, how are you? So, we're looking at Christmas, the chair or otherwise, the security situation, insecurity situation, and the different parts of Nigeria. What's your thought from Benue?
So, well, first, people are just trying to prepare and have a Christmas as best as they can with all the sorrow. So we work with displaced people as you know, and some people know. And so at least this last week, it's been very exciting for us. At least we went to the IDP camp and we've been doing a program with some displaced youth from Yawata, and about 100 teenagers or so. So this week we closed it out, and they were happy. We had rice, we had Christmas rice. And my program manager says, at least when you get Christmas rice, you're happy, right? So the children were happy. But to be honest, it's a very tough one. A lot of people cannot go to the farm. A lot of people are displaced, still mourning their loved ones who have been killed in various attacks. Still, we have these IDP camps. So there is that. There's just that shadow of that heaviness, knowing that you cannot go to your village. I mean, for example, you have to trust if you're going to your village because you're not sure whether your village might get attacked. Because most local governments in Benue have experienced one form of terror attack or the other. And so the mood is a bit damp. So to explain some context as well, the previous administration, that's the Gotom administration, left a lot of salaries owing. And the current administration has been trying to pay off those arrears, and they pay it months, they take a month. So they're paying current salaries, but they're also trying to deal with this backlog. And so this week, one of the arrears, a month was paid. So imagine you get your salary, then you got another one. So civil servants at least they breathed a sigh of relief and they're able to buy rice. The price of rice has come down a bit, so they're also quite happy about that. So, it's those little things. Of course, we've lost so much in terms of our traditions, our cultures. I feel that our Christmas culture has become very Americanized, very European. If I was saying to somebody that if I hear one more time songs about snow, I'll scream. Because we don't have snow that one. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. We want white Christmas, right? It's Hamatan we have. Although the heat is also there, right? Maybe we should say I'm dreaming of a hot Christmas or dreaming of a sable Christmas to show the dust. But, in those days when I was growing up in Boko, we would go to the village. My village is called Cho. And my mother's village, which is called Wanume. I would go to the village, you'd have masquerades, they'd be dancing. Of course, like you said, you'd go to door, get rice and things like that. That doesn't happen much anymore. So we have a lot of loud parties and people just, so we've lost something in that, in having a very Benue Christmas, Chief Christmas or Idoma Christmas or Igidi Christmas or a Tulu Christmas. I hope that will come back. eventually, as we begin to invest more in our own traditions and our cultures, and begin to show the world what we really have to offer, instead of taking on these Americanized versions of Christmas that don't really apply to us, and stuff like that. So food is very just somber in a way, right? Okay, it's
Right.
Christmas. Of course, children are excited as always. And I do hope that we'll have a lot more children who are in IDP camps who will get to enjoy a bit of Christmas. And we're working towards that. So that's that's the mood, so to speak, Actors have picked up because, of course, there's been this injection of cash that with this arrears that was paid, this 1 month arrears that was paid. So, and people now are breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. Although farmers who are not civil servants who have lost their farmlands and lost their livelihoods, it's still very tough. So a lot of fundraising has to be done, or a lot of support has to go in that area. So that's the mood, really. Let me just add one more thing. I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah.
There's also a mood of gratitude, actually, that, there's this scripture that says in the Bible that if not for the Lord's mercies, would have been totally consumed. So even though things are extremely hard and things are extremely tough, people are still giving reasons to give thanks, in the midst of all, and just try and separate the reason for the season, which is Jesus and all the hope that he represents. So yes, that's that mood.
Okay. Well, there are three things, I know you as somebody who's been passionate about the displaced people, the IDPs, and you've done a lot of work, through your Sesor program for such people. And there are still so many displaced people today, and they're still very much around. So they are all of them displaced from their natural habitat. They are in different places that they don't want to be. And in Christmas time like this, or at Christmas time like this, you cannot help but, feel sorry for such people. The other point is, someone like Kiyitwe, who is in Jos, which is on a high rise. Kiyitwe is an Oyinbo man in Nigeria, if you ask me. He's just looking black. Because your area by now should be very, very cold, I think. Mr. Kiyitwe?
Yes, unfortunately, this happens to be a little bit of the warmest Decembers I've encountered.
Oh,
yes, there's
climate
a chill.
Change.
I didn't wear a jacket tonight, but most evenings I would definitely be wearing a jacket because there's a chill in the air.
Yeah.
But before, it was not just a chill, it was a bit of a freeze because you wake up, there are nights that you hit about 8-9 degrees. But that is not happening this year. Maybe we will see it around January. Sometimes it's late, sometimes it's never. So yes, just it's a bit on the chill. We're always happy to have that. It's what even reminds us that there's a Christmas in the air. And like Iya said, yes, there's every cause to be grateful, every cause to remember those in the IDP camps. We have IDP camps strewn all over the place. And sadly, they still need so much help. They still need so much assistance. And unfortunately, most of those IDPs, I will tell you, the reality is they can't go back home. It's not like they don't want to go back home, but those places have been taken over. And I always say the law of the federal government of Nigeria, we have one of our laws is receiving a stolen property carries with it, I think, about 8 years sentence. So if some people drove people out of their land and someone came to settle on that land, he's staying on stolen property. Who told him that there's no owner of that land? You come to a place, you see there's a church, there are houses and everything. You occupy the houses, you convert the church to whatever use you want, and you're living there, you're farming on the farmlands of those people, you're rearing cattle there. Definitely, even if you are not caught armed, you should be caught for receiving stolen property. Who invited you? Where are you coming from? Who told you that those places are free? So the issue of IDPs will remain with us, and at this period that is so cold, even when you are in your own blanket, you can't help but remember that there's someone that has no blanket over his body. And that is not only a grown person, children, women, the elderly, the disabled. So it's a terrible thing, and governments are overwhelmed. Private organizations are trying to help, like the Sesor organization. There's so much they can do. At the end of the day, those IDPs are mostly just on their own. So I think this Christmas should remind us and sear the conscience of our rulers to understand that it is time to really take action. Christmas is a season of love. If they really want to show us that love, this is when we should act.
Okay.
Just 2 days, sorry, let me just round it up here. Yeah. 2 days ago, we're reading in Kwara State, the Office of the National Security Advisor accepting that they armed the vigilantes to protect Kwara State, and those vigilantes were members of Mieti Allah. Yes, it's out there in the open. We've been reading it in the social media, on news, some few news items, because there was a misunderstanding between the Kwara State government and the people that were arrested. So, if the Office of the National Security Advisor can arm those people with actually guns that are not allowed, AK-47s to be precise, why can't they allow our vigilantes to carry those pump actions, coordinate within villages, and protect themselves? We're not saying we are going out to attack anyone. We're just saying, let us just secure our homes. I've always given an example. A country like the US, where Abiodun is coming from, I always say it even in my university days, why is it that they don't have armed robbery, like armed robbers coming to your house on a rampant? It's because they know that the gun laws there allow the person to keep a firearm in his house, which is a deterrent. Yeah. It is not actually for attack, but it serves as a deterrent for someone that feels he can break the law, take the law, and take your life. Wow. So our lives are being taken. We're having instead of a white Christmas, like ESA, actually we're having a black Christmas. Yesterday, there was a mass burial of about 12 people, if I'm right. So you're burying 12 people in a mass grave to celebrate Christmas 6 days later. That's not really Christmas. It's quite a black Christmas.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this point, we're about to round off now, but it's I should say an undulating experience of Christmas, undulating in the sense that there's the high, the very, very low. And in this program, what we've tried to do is to see how we can blend both together. And it's not been easy. You can have the high and the low together so readily and so easily. And for Kiyitwe, thank you very much from Jos Plateau State. For Jonathan, in spite of everything, I'm glad that you could speak, because we've seen your efforts with the IDPs and all of that, and you representing Benue. And then, of course, Abiodun, whose birthday is in 2 days. Yay! Well, at least you can see you can see smile,
you know.
Right, what time is it on Monday, you said?
Monday, 5 p.m.
5 p.m., okay. Yeah. At the NIIA, Institute of International Affairs. All right. Is there a way you can sing us, serenade us out of this show? So let's all have some hope.
Only if you're going to join me in singing.
Okay, I'll do the bass connection, yeah.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never put to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne.
Okay, I think we should all clap for her, you know.
Thank you.
And all of you, just let's note, NIIA on Monday,
December 22nd?
2 days time,
Yes.
5 p.m. Please, let's come and say, I'll be there. let's come and see you sing.
Of course.
Wow.
Get your
and
tickets.
This book, The Moods of a Goddess.
Yes.
It's an interesting one.
It's on Amazon. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Kiyitwe, thank you so much. Here, Jonathan-Ichaver, thank you so much. And of course, Abiodun Koya, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for having
me.
me.
And for me, Soni Irabor, keep joining us because thank you, Airtel, for starting with us. Ooh, I'm so happy. Thank you. Good night, everyone.